Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now.
How you doing, brother?
Good, brother. Always good.
What's up?
Always good to talk to you, my man. How are you doing?
Yeah, for me too. I'm doing good, brother. Doing good.
Excellent.
Very good talk with you too.
I appreciate that. So, you're ready. Obviously, you're gonna be coming to Vegas about. I think we talked about next week or so. You'll be landing.
Yes.
All right. And obviously, the number one thing on your mind is Maxim Grishin. Now, before I go any further, I want to tell everybody to follow Philipe Lins on Twitter and on Instagram. Mr. Lins,
Yes, guys, please.
yeah, Mr. Lins is very active on both platforms, but he shows a lot of cool stuff on his Instagram. A lot of great photos. The man is into surfing and other water sports, so he's not just a fighter. So you want to see some cool surf pics, some cool videos and other things like that. Mr. Lins has really cool content on his social media, so definitely check him out there. And what else can we say? He's a PFL former heavyweight world champion, UFC challenger, and undisputed best hair in the light heavyweight division. Isn't that right, Mr. Lins?
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Excellent. Well, I'm not the only one, man. Everybody else thinks the same thing. So I'm just spreading what people think. All right. So get into a couple questions regarding your fight coming up in a week and a half, June 3rd, right around the corner. Uh, First, a lot of people want to ask about your camp and how you went and your weight cut and all that boring stuff. I don't want to ask you any of that. What I do want to ask is something that a lot of fans don't understand what you go through as a fighter. Um, Getting cleared for the fight. So you land in Las Vegas, and if you can help us kind of walk through what your responsibilities are. So you come into Las Vegas, and I know you got, there's all kinds of paperwork you got to do, medical stuff, maybe like UFC media obligations. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. When we fighters arrive in Vegas, we go to the room for the UFC to get our stuff, sign something documents, sign the poster, and we go things like that. We doing interviews, um, we training too. We go to PI to do some things, to do sauna, to make the weight, the things like that. I'm enjoy a lot the week of the fight. I like it.
Oh, that's cool.
it's almost it's almost there to release the monster.
Yeah. Oh, that's when you transform into the monster, right?
Yes, yes. I'm outside of the octagon. Guys of peace, take it easy. But when I'm inside there, bro, I become a monster and always putting a show for the fans.
We know that. We know that for sure you do. And yeah, so there is that process, right? And thank you for talking about that. There is a transformation mentally because Felipe, you are a nice guy, dude. That's a fact. But you are also a monster, a killer, a real human weapon in that octagon. So fight week for you say you like it? Because I've heard some fighters say they don't like it. So I'm interested that you say you like it because it helps you get there, ready for battle.
Yeah, my life, brother. Like I said, it's close to release the monster inside of me to put in a show, to do everything that I did in my training camp. Almost there to get my payment,
Yeah, of course, of course.
the things like that. After the fight, I can eat everything that I want. So I'm liking, I love it.
Yes, yes.
I can't wait the fight week.
All right. With that, now I have a question about uh, the doctor's part, right? Getting medically cleared. Is all of that done in Vegas, or do you do medical screening at home?
everything's before the fight week. Everything's before the
Okay.
fight week.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for explaining that. Now, this fight is at the UFC Apex for. Oh, go
But
ahead.
one
Yes, sir.
thing, in the 18 days, we talk with the doctor again, with the doctor from commission,
Okay.
and they clear us to fight.
Got you. Got you. Now, speaking of that, you know what? I'm going to build right off of that one. You were scheduled to fight Max in October, but you weren't cleared medically. Can you tell us just a little bit about that? What happened there?
Yes. Me and Max supposed to fight last October, last year. Everything's going well that fight week, but after the cut weight, when I recover, I just start not feeling good, with a lot of pain at my stomach, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if I ate too much or I eat something that's not good. I don't know, but the doctors don't clear me to fight that day, unfortunately. But the most important is we're gonna fight right June 3rd, and we're gonna finish the unfinished business.
There you go. I was just about to ask that. Did you consider that? Did you consider it unfinished business? And you just said it is. So it's something you had ready to do. Now you get to finish it.
Yes. Now we're gonna finish the business.
Excellent. Now, speaking of, fighting and being active and stuff, your opponent hasn't fought for over a year and a couple months, and you, on the other hand, fought in February, so just a couple of months ago. Do you, in your opinion, consider that to be an advantage for yourself, being more active?
Yeah, for sure. When we be more active, it's better for us. It's much better for us because we have the time into fighting, the feelings for the fight week, every that stuff. And when we stay too much time with no fight, we don't feeling that feeling for the fight, And if you be active, you can be more comfortable with that feeling, and for sure it's better for the fight. Be more active. Yeah, this is an advantage for me, for sure.
All right, I appreciate that. Thank you for answering on that. And now, some people might not know this. Obviously, they should know that you're the heavyweight PFL champion, but not a lot of people know that Mr. Grishin also competed in the PFL almost around the same years you were there. I know you folks never fought each other previously, but have you maybe ran into him at those fights? Have you an interaction with your opponent previously?
Bro, when in 2018 when I fought in PFL, he fought in PFL too, but he fought in light heavyweight, me and heavyweight, and we trained together in America Top Team. He comes to America Top Team to make his camp here, and we do 2 or 3 trains together.
Oh, okay.
And I know him. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, okay. So you know each other. All right. So makes it a little interesting, huh? All right.
Yes.
So that's another thing we should definitely be paying attention to. Now, for those, so you were a heavyweight, but you've moved down to light heavyweight, and you are a big, strong light heavyweight, my friend. I mean, you're almost as big as it can get in that division. He, on the other hand, spent most of his time in light heavyweight. He flirted with heavyweight, and then came back. He only, I think he only had one fight up at heavyweight. Do you think there's a physical advantage for you because you're the bigger, stronger guy in theory, right?
He's a big guy. He's tall. He's a big guy. So my advantage against Maxim, I think, is my speed and my jiu-jitsu. He's a big guy than me, more big than me. Yeah. He's more big
Oh
than me.
wow, jeez. He's
Yeah,
tall. Yeah, that's right. I just looked it up. Yeah,
he's
he's a
tall.
tall
Yeah,
guy. Um,
he's tall. He's a tall
yes,
guy.
sir. Thank you for bringing that because we talked in the past, and you said one of your gifts is your speed. So
Yeah.
you believe that that's gonna be you're gonna definitely be the faster guy in this fight.
Yes, for
That's
sure. I'm a fast than him. I'm a fast than him.
I like that answer for sure. Everybody, that's what he said. I'm for sure faster than this guy. Appreciate that, man. Now we hear all the time. People get asked, fighters get asked, "Oh, do you study tape, or do you let coaches study your tape or your opponent?" Um, I we can skip that question. I'm curious though, since you have a great social media presence, do you ever look at your opponent's social media?
No, I never look for at my social media opponent. In the beginning, when I signed the contract, we know about my opponent. I look his fights, but that's it. I'm just focused on myself, what I need to do to ready for the challenger. I don't look too much at my opponent. Doesn't matter who is gonna be. I'm going always. I'm thinking about me, and now I'm always going to kill.
Going for the kill, no matter who it is. That's a warrior. That's the
Yes,
warrior policy, my man. That's the way
yes.
of the warrior. So awesome. Now, before I keep asking you questions, Mr. Lins, do you have anything you want to tell the fans or tell the world as you approach your fight?
Um, Watch my fight June 3rd. I promise you guys, I'm gonna put in another show, another statement. I'm gonna down my foot again, and like I said, I'm going to kill. Doesn't matter who is my opponent. I wanna I want a type of fight that like entertaining the fans, and this is what I'm doing. Always at my fight. This fight is not gonna be different. I'm going to putting my foot in down and get my third streak win.
Right on. That's right. We're gonna get that streak going for Mr. Lins. Now, obviously, you fought as the headliner on cards, and in this time, you're the first fight. Is it better, to be the first fight? Like you don't have to sit around and wait all day. You can just fight, or would you prefer to be later?
Of course, I want to fight in main card one day, main event, of course. But I'm happy to fight in the first fight of the night. Um, I'm gonna do what I love,
That's right.
so I'm happy just to be there to fighting. And I think he put in this fight in the first fight of the first fight of the card because I think a lot of Russian guys wanna watch it, and the Russia is different time from here, so I think it's because that. But I'm happy. I'm happy, of course. I'm gonna do what I love.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. And yeah, that makes sense. The whole time difference thing. That there's that's a big issue for a lot of fighters. Do you do you think there's a big difference coming now? You're coming from Florida, right? This time,
Yeah.
is there a big difference
Hmm.
between like is there a lot of getting your body ready just for that 3 hour difference between the East Coast time and the Pacific Coast time?
Bro, when I go there, Pacific time, I like it because I'm win more time. You know,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
yes, I'm win more time because I'm here when I wake up like 9 a.m. When I wake up 9 a.m. there is a 6 a.m. So I have more time to do my things. I love it.
Perfect. That makes sense. Excellent. Yeah, you got
Yes,
extra
I like it. I
extra
like it.
couple hours on the clock. All right. Now,
Yes.
uh, you're fighting at the Apex again, and some fighters I've heard they kind of don't like it. Some fighters do, and some fighters don't care. Where where are you about fighting in the Apex?
In the beginning, everything's happened during the pandemic, it's not people allowed to watch the fights. This looks strange, but right now doesn't matter for me. Yeah, I just wanna go there and make my job, make money, and keep support my family. Doesn't matter if it's in Apex. Doesn't matter if it's a big crowd. Of course, I wanna fight again with a big crowd. But for me, right now, at this point, doesn't matter to me.
Respect to that, and that's part of your magic, man. You're real, and you know you have a job to do, and that's what you're here to do, right? Entertaining comes through your fighting, right? So
Yeah.
that's wonderful, my man. Now I'm gonna ask you a hypothetical question. You know, just a make believe question. Okay.
Okay.
The
All right.
top five in the division of the light heavyweights: Yuri Prohaska, Magomed Ankalev, Jan Blachowicz, Rakic, and Anthony Smith. If you could fight any of them next, and I'm not taking anything away from your opponent. I'm not trying to skip the line. This is just hypothetical question. Who would you like to fight in the top five?
Can you repeat the names? Magomed Ankalaev, Jan Blachowicz, Rakic.
Yep, you got three of them: Anthony Smith or Yuri Prohaska.
Anthony Smith.
All right. This
Anthony
style.
Smith.
You think the style there suited for you?
Yes.
Excellent.
It's a good matchup. It's a good matchup for me and for him too.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, I hope we can get you right up into the top five where you belong, my friend, because I believe you belong up there. So I know it won't be long. You just smash a few people in the face, and you'll be right there. At this time, I'm going to ask anybody who's listening to the mic holders, if you have any questions for Mr. Lins, please use the heart plus icon on the bottom of home row of the space. There's a emoji for the hand to go up on the far right hand side. If you have a question you would like to ask Mr. Lins, please do that, and I'll squeeze you in, and you can ask him yourself. Now, Mr. Lins, do you have teammates that are fighting on the same card as you for this fight?
Yes, Andrei Arlovsky is gonna fight at the same card.
Oh, Andre, shoot. That's
Andre.
cool.
Yeah, Andre.
Did you guys train together for this?
Yes. My first fight was against him in the heavyweight division at the UFC.
Right. And how? Okay, if we can go back to that, how is it? Was he your teammate at that time when you fought?
Yes. We already trained together before the fight.
Okay. So
American Top Team is a big gym, bro. There's a lot of UFC fighters there. Sometimes the guys need to fight one against
of
one.
course, yes, American Top Team.
This is a crazy thing. If I could choose to not fight against any teammates, I choose to not fight against any teammate. But sometimes we don't need anything to do. You need to go there and fight. So this is our job.
Understood. Yes, that is your job. You are pro fighters, and unfortunately, there's only so many of you. There's only so many high level world class fighters in the world, and American Top Team is one of the most prestigious, most respected gyms on all the entire world. Yeah. So that makes sense. Yeah. Now, is that how do you deal with going from emotionally now dealing with, hey, this is my friend, this is my teammate, someone I know, to fighting them in the octagon? Do you not talk to them during, like, after you sign the contract, or how do you deal with that?
When I fought Arlovsky, we before the fight we trained together before the signed contract. But when we sign contract, we just hello, you good? Just this. He's very emotional. I'm not a close friend to Arlovsky.
Okay.
but I'm not close friend to Arlovs, but I'm training with his coach, and it's a very emotional feelings. So it's not good, bro. It's not good. If I can choose not fight anymore against my teammates, I'm not gonna fight.
Understood. And I hope you don't.
even even if you're gonna one fight that makes sense, like one top five, one title shot like that, we're gonna fight because I have a dream. He has a dream, and let's work.
Of course, right? That's unavoidable at that point, right? Understood.
Yes, right.
Now is talking about all of that stuff. That's great. You got your teammate, who former opponent, but now just teammate, Andre Arlovski, on the same card. Uh, do you see any weaknesses in your opponent? Anywhere you think that besides speed, because obviously we know that's your gift, but do you see some? And you don't have to say what it is. First off, but do you have a clear path to victory in your mind?
You asked me against Max.
Yes,
Yeah.
against Maxler. Yes.
Yes, bro. I think he's a smart fight. He's a very experienced guy, so he's gonna avoid my speed. But I know he's not gonna see my punch. When he's gonna see my punch, he received the punch, and I think he's gonna avoid some things like uh, jiu-jitsu with me, doing jiu-jitsu with me, and I think he's gonna maintain the fight at distance, not close.
Understood. All right. And thank you for sharing your point of view and your breakdown on that. I won't go any further with details or fight strategy, because I think that stuff, is private and we all get to see it. We don't need to talk about it. We'll see it in a few days.
Yep.
Last question. Totally not about fighting, but when you're done with your fight and you got that win, how many more days are you in Vegas, bro? Because I want to go to lunch with you. Is that possible?
Yes, brother. It's
Yeah.
possible. In the same day of the fight, or I'm gonna stay until Sunday 12. So we don't have too much time after the fight, but we can meet before the fight during the week of the fight. Like a Thursday is a good day. I don't have too much things to do,
Boom.
and we can lunch together.
There
For
we go.
sure.
It's happening. All right. Mr. Lins, we got a question from one of our fans. You ready for that? All right.
Yep.
Mr. Medina, Chris Medina, thank you for putting up your hand. You have the mic. Go for it.
Mr. Lins, it is nice to hear your voice again, young man.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. Doing good. I got a little question for you. Nothing too crazy. It's probably you've heard this a few times, but what the heck, right? What's your favorite food?
My favorite food during the camp, or when I can eat everything?
uh, let's say
Both.
with yes, sir. Let's do both. Let's do both.
Yeah.
Yes,
When I
sir.
can eat everything, I like barbecue. Yeah. And I like pizza. I like sandwich. I like to eat too much, bro. And and
That's cool.
during the camp, um, I like salmon. I like yuca. You know yuca?
Yes, sir.
My main carb is yuca. So I love yuca with, doesn't matter the protein.
It's high in protein too.
Chicken. Yeah, it's the high protein too. Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate the love. I hope you get that win. Be safe, and I appreciate you coming on the space. Um, Definitely, it's a good time. It's a good time, brother. Appreciate it. And by the
Thank
way,
you, Chris.
you are very good at English, Mr. Lins. You
Thank
have
you, brother.
perfect
I'm
English.
trying. I'm trying to get better. Thank you.
But listen, you got to understand too is you know at least 2 languages, so you're tenfold over everybody else, right?
Thank you. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right.
God bless you. Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
God bless you too,
Yes,
bro.
sir.
Have a
Thank you,
great
sir.
night.
Yes, too. Yes.
All right. Well, Mr. Lins, I appreciate your time. I know you're getting ready for a big fight, and thank you for taking all of my questions. Once again, folks, Philipe Lins, UFC challenger, coming at you June 3rd. All right, check him out on his social medias at Philipe Lins, Instagram and Twitter. Do you have any other besides those, Mr. Lins?
Just thank you. Thank you for the conversation. Thank you guys to spend your time to listen our conversation, me and Robbie, and appreciate it. And have a great night, everybody. And watch my fight June 3rd. I'm gonna put in a show again.
We will be there. We will be watching, and we do know that you will put on a great performance. Thank you very much, Mr. Lins. Thank you everybody who came by, and everybody who's going to be listening to this in the future. That's why we recorded. It'll also be on the AllStar Sports YouTube channel, so you can catch it here on Twitter or go to the AllStar Sports YouTube channel. This audio segment will be there shortly. Give us a day or two to complete it. And don't forget, folks, Philipe Lins has the very best hair in the light heavyweight division. All right, folks. Felipe, talk to you and see you soon, my friend. Take care.
Yes, let's keep in touch, bro.
Of course.
Take care.
Thank you,
Bye,
Felipe.
bro.
Bye, everybody.